be the work behind what you see yourself, but do not put yourself short, because hey man, make yourself as great as you want to be. And if you can at least work to get close to that, no matter what, you're going to be a better athlete, a better player overall, just because of the expectations that you set for yourself and the work that you put in to try to get that. Even if you don't reach to that ultimate expectation, what you become in the process of getting to that expectation is going to make you the player you still didn't see yourself to be. Still nothing short of amazing. So I think that's the first practice when using this technique of visualization, is to have an open imagination. I think there was an interview one time with Shaq, and he was talking about Kobe, and he was like, they were talking, and Kobe just started doing some some dribble moves real quick, and then he was talking. It was on, what's the show that Shaq do? The halftime show with Ernie and Charles, and he was just doing some dribbling moves. He was talking about Kobe doing some dribbling moves. All that is just he visualizing what's going to happen. He's all ready, but he's just not afraid to show it in front of anyone. We'd be so scared to just show what we can do, like what our mind is really. As a hooper, your mind is just naturally drifting. I can't even picture how many imaginary jump shots I've taken throughout my lifetime. I may have taken so much imaginary jump shots walking through a door, tapping the entrance of the door like it's a backboard, doing an up and under move. Like, that's all part of visualization. We're just not locking in on that. You ever did a move on the door and then get in the gym and then try to do the same move? Imagine if you just take the time and just actually focus on that and really dive deeper into it. Really dive deeper into it. There's a book. I spoke about this book plenty of times. It's definitely one of my favorite books. I read it twice because it was a bit of a long read. I advise using audiobooks. Audiobooks for me just helps me out so much more because I am able to be on the go and still listen. And I like to listen to things more than once. They say repetition is the father of all learning. So I'm putting reps in. I'm not the type of person that just wants to read something one time, because you're not going to retain the information. I just heard you don't retain 90 or 92% of what you just heard or something like that in a day. So you're going to forget. So I would prefer to listen to something over and over again. And Cybernetics is definitely one of those books because it really trains your brain and tells you and dives deep into what visualization can really do. And examples, like the whole basketball example. If you practice shooting the basketball in a gym, it's the same thing. If you focus on the senses and use all your senses, like what the gym smell like, what shoes you're wearing, what color tights are you wearing, how does the atmosphere feel, how's the ball feel. If you just make the picture as real as possible in your mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. So even in this book, they did an experiment of people who went to the gym and shot the basketball for 20 minutes, and then people who shot the basketball for 20 minutes in their mind. They did that for a week. When they brought the people back, the people that shot the basketball in the gym, they improved by 24%. The people that shot the basketball in visualization practice only improved by 23%. So it just goes to show you, once you really start visualizing and really going into your mind and focusing on getting and becoming the player that I want to be. I'm going to just state this right now. It's going to be hard. The hardest thing for most people to do is think. It's really hard to think. So actually get into the state to visualize and becoming, it's a practice. Just like anything you practice, you get better at it. It's not something you're just going to pick up and you say, oh, it don't work for me. Well, I'm pretty sure the first time you picked up basketball, you didn't make 10 shots in a row. So it's going to take practice. It's going to take work, repetition, father of all learning. It's going to take time. But once you start really focusing on and making it a habit, you start to see how it changes your game. I've been doing this for, I think, about a year now. But it's just something that I learned to help me just always mentally get an edge. You, as a basketball player or athlete, you're always trying to get an edge. You're always trying to come up and become better than you were yesterday. You always want to become better than you were the week before, the year before. I'm playing basketball for 9 years professionally. I'm telling you what, I feel like I'm still in the beginning stages of learning a lot to do with the game because I stay trying to get better. And hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.